Hi, beautiful. Are you ready for the astrology and for what's to come of the week of January the 18th through the 24th? You ready? You set? Let's go. Let's just do it. Jump in. We'll make this short, sweet, and as high vibrational as we can because there's so much happening and I want to really warn you guys. You ready? Okay, let's do it. Get your pen and paper handy because you're going to want to mark dates on your calendar. So I made lots of notes, so let me just grab them. So Uranus is actually direct now as of Thursday this past week. So what does that mean? A little bit into it. It's kind of like big life changes might start to happen a little bit quicker. We're obviously in eclipse season anyways for the next 6 months, but it's just really strong energy for this next week. So it's kind of it's not kind of, it is a positive that it's finally direct. So you might get more like radical ideas or insight or inspiration on a new project, a new idea. So really like write it down. You might get these like intense dreams. I mean, around that new moon, hello, how many of you had like mind-blowing dreams that either came true or gave you so much insight of like what else to do? Well, if I'm the only one, cool. So anyways, all right, so on Sunday the 17th, we're getting into it now. Jupiter and Uranus are square. So this is even more like downloads or ideas coming to you, divinely given to you. It's a gift, right? So we're really connected right now. And throughout this year, you're going to really be more intuitive and maybe even psychic. Join us in the cool crowd, right? So just be open to it. Don't be afraid of it. This is definitely the year of knowing the unknown, right? It's kind of fun. So just kind of go with the flow, but this is really like Sunday the 17th is kind of opening that up a little bit more for some of you. That doorway in that veil is so thin, so it's kind of like, oh, why didn't I think of that before? It's kind of going to be that feel like, oh, what a weird dream, but that kind of has a ring to it. Like I should really write that down. So pay attention around Sunday, okay? And then on Wednesday the 20th, now this is where I want you to take a deep breath. If you can meditate in the earlier part of the day, please do so, because we're going to have a Mars-Uranus mashup, a meetup, and it's in Taurus, and this is life-changing. So, and I'm not trying to like scare you, but I also want to prepare you. So I'm not scaring you. You're going to keep your vibration high. You're going to get any insight you need as well, so you can vibe at a higher rate. And you might get this like hunch to just say something or do something or not think it through before you say it. So I really want you to like sit back and really breathe through this day, especially at nighttime. Because in the political world, this is shining on politics. So there might be things that come out or happen that even into the 21st. Like it's throughout like the middle of the night, 3 or 4 a.m. Okay, in U.S. area. I'm not talking about Australia or over at the seas, over the pond. So this is in the U.S. timing, like 3 to 4 a.m. is when it's really intense. So the 20th through the 21st, we might wake up to news or like civil rights, and it has a really intense feel. And of course the inauguration and like the step into office is on the 20th, so it's not necessarily about like that. I think it's more the other side of it. So please watch this unrest happen, but stay positive and lift your vibration because it's so intense. That you need to vibe higher so you don't get swept up to all this like stress and anxiety that is going to naturally come over the US and probably the world, because we have so much energy of where we're at right now. So watch what you say as well, because of this meetup. can make us react, and you don't want to run somebody over, right? Like you have great relationships that you don't want to ruin because of something you say because it just came to you, right? So really sit back. I'm really going to encourage you to just get in a happy place, meditate, stay quiet, maybe off the news. If you're feeling low, does that make sense? Like I don't want you to chance your own peace of mind because of outside energies affecting us quite yet. Okay, so you're warned. It's just really intense, and I don't want anybody who's already having a hard time to feel this even harder. And I know a lot of us are feeling really anxious, and the anxiety just is kind of all over our lives, and not specifically in one area. It's just kind of how we're feeling. It has a lot to do with like upgrades happening in the world. So to have this on top of it is like, woof, I want to hibernate, but you can't really too much. So still be at peace with that, or reach out to somebody you love and say, hey, I'm having a hard time. We're all here for you. We're all in this together, honestly. So on Saturday the 23rd, Mars and Jupiter are square. So this is where we're like being a little bit hard on ourselves, maybe, or others. So we're not seeing everything eye to eye. So people might not take no for an answer. Even you might be part of this, like, boom, like, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, and you're like, wait a minute, why are you doing this? Or you'll sit back in next week and be like, why did I say that? Why did I force everyone to do it? It's not my way or the highway, right? So it's kind of like you have to look at both sides from an emotional aspect. So if somebody's coming at you really harsh and it's all like, we're doing this, or I need you to do this, and they don't hear themselves, I want you to look at it from an emotional aspect and be asking yourself, did they have an okay week? What is going on in their lives? Is this about me? Chances are it's not. So it's kind of step back. Again, this whole week is very step back. It's going to be a rough couple weeks starting on that 19th, especially 20th through the 21st, that night. It's like rough. And then it kind of pushes us into February, but we're going into Mercury retrograde on the 30th this month through the 20th of February. So if that doesn't tell you anything, we're going to have a like Mercury retrograde, not even, and we're in the shadow period this week. So it's like nothing we want to say is coming out how we would usually say it. And that goes vice versa for whoever's involved in your life. So a boss, a family member, even animals might even be affected by this because it's so powerful. So really be around your animals because they don't know exactly what's going on, but they're feeling it, right? So your kitties and your puppies, and maybe even if you have like a little lamb or alpaca. Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but they might really need you around them. If you have any farm animals or piggies or whatever, there's quite a like, be very aware of your animal if you can, is all I'm gonna say with that. So, and the last thing I need you to know too, also on the 23rd Saturday, there's another thing. There's Sun and Saturn meet up. And so it's kind of like you need to, again, look both ways because Saturn can be really hard on ourselves, right? And then that also goes kind of with the Mars Jupiter, like this fiery, like positive, passionate energy, like insights and just inspiration. But then we have Sun, like highlighting things. So it's super driven, it's that fire. So really like sit back and maybe make amends that day. If you're looking at it from an emotional aspect, maybe just go within and be like, let's see how we can help them. This isn't about me, this is about them. Let's figure them out. And what part can I do? Maybe sit back and just go, okay, you know, you do you. I'll go to the grocery store for you, or I can order that for you. Don't worry about it. I'll make you dinner, just relax. Or I'll get to that paperwork later. Don't you worry, you don't have to stress it. So it's kind of like a give and take. Don't take offense to everything, right? And then on the 19th, I'm going to track it back a little bit. On Tuesday, we officially go into Aquarius season. So it is like we're going from Capricorn to Aquarius. So we're going from hardworking, what do I need to feel secure and build up my security, right? And then boom, we're going into that like group thinking, like how can we help the collective, right? Like, look at this great idea. I have innovative ideas. I'm gonna work on it. Or where'd this come from? Like, I should really play with it. And it's really like futuristic. Like, you're not living in the now. It's like, what will life look like if I do this for everyone? How will it be better for everyone, right? So it's gonna be a fun month in the aspect of like new ways of thinking. So you might see some things happen with the government where you're like, oh, that's a new way of doing it, because we're going to break down that government this year. So what we know the government to be and like old ways of doing things will not be that by the end of 2021. Heads up. So we have a lot happening. So what can we do? Let's just do a couple cards in Oracle cards, because I feel like the tarot is maybe too abrasive for such an abrasive week. So let's tone it down, and anything we need to know, I'm just going to do 3 cards. So one for the beginning of the week, middle, and the end. And I just mashed up 2 of my Oracle decks together because I feel like right now it's, the more we know, the better. And sometimes we need more than one deck to do that, right? There's lots of different messages. So, got them. Bottom of the deck, I'm going to show you this because this is so appropriate. Willpower. That's what you're going to need all week. Do you like my new coat back there? Yeah. Thank you, Nordstrom. Okay. Oh, interesting. Starting the week with career. So that's pretty much right along the lines of what we've been talking about. So this could be that new idea coming in of how can you help the collective or yourself, that new download from the divine, right? So a new idea, new innovative way of thinking. Oh, middle of the week. This is the rough one. This is the child. So this is either your inner child or you're dealing with children. So usually when we have that hurt child within, we haven't healed correctly, that's going to come out, and that's totally on cue, which is really interesting because it's going to be a rough middle of the week. That's okay. And the last card, answers. Isn't that funny how that works out? So you might start getting those answers by the end of the week of what you've been kind of questioning, asking yourself. Maybe it's about like answering the call to healing your inner child and answering that call to go try that new career, right? So you're going to get that divine insight. I mean, look at all the birds. This is all from that golden chakra. We have it right above our heads that hovers. So this is from the divine. This is beautiful. So we have also, look at all this, like, this is all like creative, beautiful, anything we need to heal. Do you love that she has red hair like me? That's funny. That's funny. That's what my little nephew says. That's funny. So anyways, you got to have the willpower this week, and I am sending you so much love. So much love. And just find that inner peace. And really sit down with yourself, like journal out what you need to heal that inner child, to get through these uncomfortable times. Because it's not just you, it's literally the collective. So be ready as well for the retrograde to start. We're in that pre-retrograde shadow, so you're going to already have issues like hearing people correctly, and that doesn't surprise me with how this week in astrology goes and with the cards. So find your inner zen, and if you need some help or some ideas on how to cope, if that wasn't enough, you can always message me and I would love to help. So until next time, bye for now.